Hi friends, it's Beck and this is Beccarelli's Books. I'm sitting down making some more ephemera for the Daisy Journal, and I wanted to show you something that I'm doing because I thought it was fun. So I have all of these little Fixums envelopes. So in Australia, when you go, well, I think it's over now, but you went to Woolies and you got one of these little envelopes when you spent maybe $30, and inside was a sticker, and I don't think I have any handy. These are all from my daughter, and she gave me the envelopes because, you know, if you know, you know. So I took one and I'll show you how it works. They just have this little closure at the back, tuck-in closure that pops out. Some of them are a bit damaged because it's a tight fit, but that's all right. And they flip out like that. How cool. So I'm going to use one to make something fun. So what I've done already is I've covered the whole thing in scraps of paper. I had this one green piece that just fit, but only to here. And then these are brown packaging. You know, like when you buy things that come in squished up brown paper. And I use that to cover those bits. And then the inside is the butcher's paper, which came stuffed in my Crafts Online order, was stuffed with that. So I put that on the inside. And then I've inked the edges. Actually, to get the edges nice, like fairly nice, like they're not perfect, but I cut them and then I used an emery board on the edge to get them nice and smooth. And then so I've inked the edges, and then I used some gesso and a dry brush and just brushed over the top. You could see through a little bit here, so I thought I'll just chuck a bit of gesso on there. So now we can decorate it. So I've pulled out a few things to decorate, and I think we will start on the middle. So I just tore this from the kit, the Daisy kit that I chose. It was a tag, and I just tore the bottom part off of it. And of course I inked the edges, because that's what I do. And I'm not going to make it a pocket, I'm just going to stick it on. And then I thought I would do this little fairy, but I might put a little bit of paper behind it. Because why not? And we will of course ink the edges. I love how this paper tears a bit feathery. That bit's cut, torn, I'll tear it so we get the feathered look. It's a bit feathery on the side there. And I better ink you too. Don't want anyone left out. Alrighty. So I'll just back a little fairy with some brown paper. Oops. And then we can stick that there. And then I was thinking about a butterfly up here, but I'm not sure about the colour, so we might leave that for a minute. And then on the inside, I'm just going to put this little tag. So I'm not going to sort of put too many elements on the inside because I don't want it to get too fat, because I have an idea of what I want to put inside it loose. So stick around on a later video for that, because that is something I've had to prepare for, and it takes a little while for the thing to work, if that makes any sense at all. If you can guess what I might be putting inside there that I need to take some time, I also need some paper, some greaseproof or baking paper, and I also need some heavy books. So if you think you know what I'm talking about, leave me a comment and let me know. That's another one of those stickers that I have used before. Just tear it to give it some interest, and we'll stick that on as well. I'm thinking that can go down here. Let's put that across there. Yep. And then I think I'll just put a label. Actually, before I do the label, I always do this, don't I? Put glue on something and then change my mind. And then I have this little sticker. It's got some cute flowers. And I'm just going to lay them down over this. Now I can recut that little closure, that's no problem. Now this glue is super fast drying, so I have to reapply. And look, I did it on an angle. Aren't you proud of me? I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Alrighty, we'll just give that a bit of a trim. And then I have this from the kit. I don't know what it says. It is in Italian, I think. And I'm just going to stick that on the top. So the last couple of little tag videos that I made, I had some issues with the sound, and I apologise for that. I'm back to using my old phone for making videos, which is fine, because I can just use it like storage. I don't need to watch them on there. Once I upload them, they'll be fine. So that can go there. Now we're having an issue here. Don't know what, but I'll just ink that. That should be fine. So there's the inside. So then we'll close these up and we'll do these outside ones. So what I'm thinking for here is one of these. So I don't feel like I'm making much of a dent in the kit, the parts of the kit, even though I'm actually making quite a bit of ephemera for this journal. I just feel like there's a never-ending supply of things to use. I think I'll put it that way. and we'll put that behind. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm running out of things, options. There's just so many. But as I said before, I'll probably end up making a couple of more journals, just depending on how much ephemera I make. So this one, I'm going to have it so it's hanging over when it's closed. So I just don't want to put any glue past her hair. So I'm going to put my finger there. Just to make sure, because you don't want to have to clean up that mess. All right. And then we'll put that there. Oh, I didn't do a very good job, but anyway, that's fine. And then on this back side here, I think we'll just ink that. Just to, so it's not so stark white. And that will poke over there. I think that looks really good. And then on this bottom part, I have this. And that's all for the top. And I also have this. Alrighty, so I need to cut through that sticker first. I can re-punch the holes. I used the small hole on my crocodile to punch those little holes. So I think I might use this, or do I want a tab on the top like that? That might be cute. What do we think? I think I'll tear it though. Yeah, I like it. Let's go with that. So I do start out, I've found it a bit easier to actually get the elements that I'm working on for the video ready before I start, so that I'm not floundering too much. But it changes, you know, what I plan and what ends up on the piece is rarely the same. Rarely. Like, the pieces are the same, but the composition varies significantly, which is fine. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. That is frustrating. Alrighty. Oh. So I really like using things that would normally go in the bin. I really do enjoy repurposing things like that. It can get difficult sometimes because I tend to hold on to way too much stuff just in case. But I can't bear to throw things away. Well, I like it, but it's not really part of the theme, is it? There's a little thing. I'll use that. I just needed something a little bit more to put there. So So I've been receiving some really lovely comments about this journal and how it's going, and I'm so happy. I love getting that sort of feedback from what I'm doing. I do put some effort into it and some thought. But yeah, I'm really loving having people appreciate what I'm doing, and I'd just like to say thank you. Thank you very much for your continued support. You're all wonderful. Alright, we've got a bit of a problem here, so I'm going to actually trim that so that stops that issue. And what I might do is get some, maybe a piece of washi might help. I have this. This is not washi, it's fabric tape. So I don't really want that blue text, but I'll take some of this one. And I'll pop that there. I think that will work. I think this is Tim Holtz fabric washi, fabric tape, or whatever he calls it. There we go. That will fix, yep, that will fix that issue. Okay, so that comes in, that comes in. So there's going to be something inside here. If you can guess what I'm thinking to put inside here, let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know what you think. Close those up. That comes up. Now, oh, we have to cut the hole. So I'll get my crocodile. I'm using the small end. Oh, I wonder if I can fit it now that I've got that extra bit there. Oh yeah, good. I'll just repunch these little holes. Oh, I was a bit off center, but that's all right. That looks fine. And then just re-slice that little smiley face. And then I'm just going to push that back and give that a little ink so we can kind of see it, but not on the inside. All right, so we've got these two flaps. That comes up, and then this comes down and goes inside there. Oh, hang on, we've got a problem. This little bit that I've just left a tiny little triangle there. Can you see that from where I've hole punched it? And it just wants to lift. So I'll try and glue that down. So we want that to stay for when we close it, like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now for the top. So I've got another piece of that for there, and then I've got one of these little die cuts. Give that a bit of love. And I was thinking that can go straight in the middle like that. And then I've got these little flowers. Now, if I can find, here they are. These are just these little, I don't know what brand that is. Prima. They're Prima. All right. So they're just little white. Can you see that? Oh, I've completely bumped you. Let's have to see how that goes. So they were white, and I've just inked over the top, and then I've sprayed some of the spray over that again. I dried them off. So they're quite sparkly. So I thought I'd pop one underneath, one over the top, and then we've got this little fairy thing here. And now that I've got the tape out, I might put some tape down as well. Yep. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll be done. So I'm really pleased that I had a go at reusing these little envelopes, because I don't know about you, but I am so tired of all of the waste. So much waste. Like, these things are fun, yeah, don't get me wrong, I think they're fun. I'm not a Grinch or anything, but you know, it's fast fun, isn't it? It's not lasting, so it creates waste, which I don't like. So whatever I can use to create something fun, I will. That's what we do around here, isn't it? Even though we are still using new items, we're still using things up. And I don't know about you, but I used to craft exclusively with new items. Brand new everything. And a lot of the times I would purchase a whole packet of something just to be able to make one thing, and then the rest of that packet would either just get held on to. Oh, I should put that under there. Can I lift it? Yes, she can. Yeah, like the, you know, I'd use the, like, for example, if I wanted to add one of these or two of these to a layout, I would buy the whole thing. Oh, I keep bumping you, sorry. I'd buy the whole packet, use what I wanted, and then I would either put the rest into my, like, I would just collect it, which is why I've got so much stuff now. Because when I was, oh, that's too high. When I was card making and scrapbooking, that's how I crafted, with brand new items, especially when I worked in the scrapbooking shop, because that was part of my job, was to use new products to show customers how they could be used. It's all about making the sale, which is fine. That's, you know, that's business. But definitely created a lot of waste. So I love this craft for that reason, as well as all of the others. Alright, after that bit of a stuff around to get that on there, I finally managed it. And then we'll pop that on. Look, it's not straight again. I don't know where I don't think I've always had this issue with putting things on straight. I think it's a new, since I've been 40 kind of issue. So now I'm thinking I want some of these little flower heads. I'll just chop off the stem because I don't want that for this application. And I will need tweezers for this, because these are tiny. Oops. And then I think I'm just going to pop them up here. I remember buying these little flowers at a retreat from, I think, what was used to be Scrap Queen, I think. Very cute. All right, there we go. Close that up. So there's the finished product. I was going to put centers in here. I sort of got these out to play with, but I think I'll give them a miss. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Also, we'll add bulk, which I don't really want to do because this will go inside the journal. So there's the front, and then we'll stick the back down. If I decide to make it a floating little envelope in the book, then I may decorate the back. And we just open it up. And there'll be something cool in there. I think that turned out really sweet. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks, see ya.